Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Jet. Welcome back to the episode of Inside the Lines. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's not waste any time. If you haven't already, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Really do appreciate that. We got a lot of stories to talk about in this one. We got, I think, 2 or 3 videos coming out later today, so make sure you're on the lookout for that. Let's first begin with Kyle Busch. A couple days ago, I talked about him and what seemed to be his strained relationship with Joe Gibbs Racing. The main issue was that they couldn't find him a sponsor. Well, we're 2 races to go into the NASCAR Cup Series season of 2022, and it looks like Kyle Busch may have already found a sponsor for 2023. It all began a couple days ago with this post from the USA Network talking about some Halloween-style tweet in preparation for a race for the championship. And one of the accounts that responded under this post was Sling TV. Now, Sling TV is basically a streaming service for cord cutters that don't want to go to cable. You pick your channels, all that stuff. A lot of people are now going to this form of content nowadays rather than just buying a bundle from a cable package like from AT&T or Xfinity or things like that. They responded under that post saying, quote, "If the Candyman does not hand out full-size candy bars, we have a problem." Obviously, that's referring to Kyle Busch. They followed up with more replies, with this one guy commenting, "Pretty sure Kyle Busch could do some epic Sling commercials." They responded by saying, "Rowdy would be the perfect slinger." Kyle Busch retweets Sling, saying, "If you don't sling me a sponsorship, we got a problem." By the way, Kyle Busch, that was nice what you did. I like what you did. Sling responds with a pinned tweet, still there at the time of this recording, saying, "Sling number 8 Chevy Camaro when?" They call out Lefty Designs to help them out. Also, some other people threw in their own designs of number 8 Sling Chevy Camaros, and Sling responds with much love and appreciation for it. Lefty the Legend himself posted this paint scheme, absolutely clean paint scheme. Sling responds, "This man understood the assignment." Then someone else responds on that post by showing a presentation on how Kyle Busch generates a lot of revenue for sponsors. Sling then retweets Kyle Busch's original post by saying, "Hey Kyle, let's keep in touch about 2023. In the meantime, we're pledging $8,808 to Bundle of Joy Fund, cheering you on this weekend and into the future." And then Kyle Busch ends the conversation by saying, "And people say social media is all negative. Appreciate you for proving them wrong, Sling. Me, Samantha, and Bundle of Joy Fund appreciate the support. Now let's get rowdy together in 2023. How interesting that is. Which I must say, at this point, this has to end in a sponsorship. Yeah, I mean, you can't just blue ball us like this, Sling. This has to end in a sponsorship. Y'all are in this hole way too deep now. You can't back out of it now. You have to, this has to be a sponsorship now. By Daytona, I should expect a Sling logo somewhere on the car. Not only that, but if, let's say, this is a real sponsorship about to happen, this is a really cool and innovative way to announce a sponsorship. Usually when someone announces something, you just see it in a press release. You don't see it like this on social media. So if this does end in a sponsorship, which I'm hoping it does, this is a great way to announce a new partnership between the two parties. But it also brings up a lot of questions. Joe Gibbs Racing. I mean, you have to understand, Joe Gibbs Racing, much higher, more popular, and wins more races than Richard Childress Racing. Joe Gibbs, apparently, they couldn't find any sponsor. I mean, keep in mind this. Kyle Busch has Interstate Batteries. It's not like they needed a primary sponsor for all of the races. They had Interstate Batteries, and they probably could have done some deals with Stanley or DeWalt, someone from other divisions, or from Rheem also. They could have done a little partnership there. It's not like they needed a sponsor for all of the races like, let's say, Jimmy had with Lowe's back then, or Ally with Alex Bowman. They didn't need that. They just needed an anchor sponsor. Yet they couldn't find it for the longest time, or couldn't find a bundle of sponsors to help make up the season. They apparently could not find that at all. Yet, apparently, with this post right here, it looks like they got one, at least with RCR. This just helps prove the point more that I don't think Joe Gibbs tried. I don't think JGR tried to get Kyle Busch back. After the Oracle deal fell, they're probably just like, you know what? we'll take our grandson, Ty Gibbs. You know, Kyle Busch, thanks for all you did, but you're done. We don't want you anymore. I genuinely think that's what happened. Because not only did we talk about in the previous episode, Kyle Busch showing his feelings in a subtle way. And now already sponsorships are pulling up. Remember, RC said in the announcement, they already have sponsors lined up and they're going to make announcements later on into the season and during the off season. And now you have one sponsor, potential sponsor like Sling coming on board. I mean, it just makes me, all of this just makes me think that Joe Gibbs just didn't want Kyle Busch at all. They didn't want to continue the partnership, which it's disappointing, but knowing Joe Gibbs Racing's narrative and how it's been the last, 10 plus years, I'm not shocked, but disappointing. But I do know that Kyle Busch going in 2023 is going to be a lot happier than his 2022 campaign. It's going to be a new team that actually wants him, new sponsors, things like that. Kyle Busch is going to have a lot of fun in 2023, and he's going to bring in with a lot of heat. He's going to come into 2023 on fire. I can guarantee you that. And finally, Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman has been out since race number 4 of the NASCAR playoffs at Texas Motor Speedway after backing into the outside wall with the rear end, obviously the most dangerous part of the next-gen car, it seems, and sustained a concussion and has been out for every race since then. Noah Gragson had been taking his place. Well, it looks like that will come to an end as Alex Bowman has probably announced that he will be able to compete in next weekend's NASCAR season finale race at Phoenix Raceway. This will also be the last time him and Greg Ives will partner up, as Greg Ives will retire from the pit box at season's end. Love to see Alex Bowman back in the race car, and just overall love to see, someone with a concussion being able to recover. Obviously, we saw with Kurt Busch, and that basically ended his career. There are some people that say, could the same thing maybe happen to Alex Bowman? Maybe not retire, but be out for a long extended period of time, not being able to do anything race car related, even maybe during the off season for testing or things like that. So it's really nice to see that Alex Bowman will be able to return to the car to be able to wrap 2022 on somewhat of a high note. The fact that he's going to be able to get back in the car is a good thing, and I'm going to be rooting for him. And hopefully he'll be able to do well in the season finale at Phoenix with one more time with Greg Ives. But that's it for this video. What are your thoughts on Kyle Busch and Sling and that partnership going on? And what are your thoughts on Alex Bowman returning to the NASCAR Cup Series next weekend at Phoenix? How do you think he's going to do in the 48 car next weekend? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Until next I love protein.